Alright, so I'm finally back with another Wi-Fi battle for once. And this battle was against aDanceWithSwords on Twitter. And I don't know if this is the main team. I think we were both testing new teams. I'm not entirely sure. I should ask that. Main problems with my team is I don't have a Dragon Dance Chronon. If anyone would like to help get me one, that'd be nice. Weavile is off the team after this battle. It's already gone off this team. So that's another thing. And Magnezone does not have HP Ice or any hidden power move. So that's unfortunate. Main problems, or main ones I was worrying about were Cobalion and Charizard X, mainly because I don't have a counter for Charizard X. Trevenant was my main counter for Cobalion. But I was still worrying about it. So let us get into that match. And, okay, so he's going to be leading off with a Cobalion, and I'm going to be leading off with my Chronon, and because I'm sashed, I wasn't worrying about, like, a close combat or Sacred Sword. I figured he would go for the fighting move, and I would just Crab Hammer and hopefully be done with it, but he goes for the Volt Switch and switches out into Druddigon, so I'm still going for the, oh, Brick Break, never mind. Forgot I have that. I don't have a Superpower one. I don't use Superpower, though. So I get hurt by the Ruskin and the Rocky Helmet. I go for the knockoff to knock off that Rocky Helmet, but because I died before it said it, so the Rocky Helmet is still up, or on there, and he goes for the Stealth Rock, so that's going to be a pain in my ass. I go for Magnezone, and I go for the Reflect for some reason. He goes for the Dragon Claw. Not sure entirely why he went for the Dragon Claw, but he did. I go for the Flash Cannon to finish off the Druddigon, and he's going to go into Charizard X. And I knew I had to figure out a way, or that's why I went for Reflect, because I knew EQ was going to be happening. He goes for the EQ, but I need to figure out a way to take it down, because I don't have a solid counter on my team for it. So I go for the Thunder Wave, just to slow it down a bit. I believe I go for a Thunderbolt. No, I just switch out. I go into Cofagrigus, and I just start spamming hexes, and he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which doesn't really matter. It does some residual damage, but I don't have any physical moves, so it's fine. But I just keep going for hexes, and he's just going to keep attacking with Dragon Claws, I think. He gets paralyzed the first turn. I didn't notice that the first time I watched through this. God. I go for a Hex again, and he goes for the Dragon Claw, and he's going to be the Mummy ability is going to take effect, which means he no longer has Tough Claws, so that Dragon Claw isn't going to be as strong as it would be. And I go for another Hex just to finish off the Charizard, and that is a dead Charizard. So my biggest worry is out of the match, so that is really good. He goes out into Emolga, I believe. Yep, Milkshake the Emolga. And he goes for the Thunderbolt just to finish off Cofagrigus. There we go. I go out in Magnezone for some reason. I don't know exactly why I did it. I should have just sent something else out and then sent out Magnezone just to fodder it off, just to see what he was going to do. But I just sent out Magnezone for some reason. And I go out into Weavile and go for the Ice Punch, but he switches out into Jellicent, which isn't normally would be good for me, but I don't have a Dark move on this Weavile. So that's another reason why I'm taking it off the team, because I don't have Night Slash and Knockoff on it. So I'm going to switch out and go into what's his name? Trevenant. And he's going to go for Scald. I knew he's going to use some kind of status move. So I have a Lumberry on my team, or on my Trevenant. That's not why I have it on there, but yeah. So he's gonna go for Toxic, but my Harvest is, or my my Lumberry is gonna take effect and be used, and I go for the Horn Leech, which I thought would kill, but it barely survives. He goes for another Toxic again, and my Harvest never comes back, so I'm toxic for the rest of this match. So that sucks. I go for a Shadow Claw just to finish the Trevenant, or the Jellicent off. He goes out into Emolga. I know he's going to go for an Air Slash or something. So I go out into Weavile, and I believe Weavile actually dies here. Nope, he misses. So he's going to go out into the Excadrill, and I go for a Brick Break. I do need to fix my Weavile. And that almost kills it. And it survives, and I take some Life Orb damage. I go for the Ice Shard just to finish it off, because I didn't know what he was going to do, or I was thinking for some reason that it outspeeds. He goes down to Gabalion, which is still choice scarfed, I believe, and he goes for the Volt switch and switches out into Milkshake there. And I go for a Brick Break, hoping that he would have stayed in, and yeah. And I died a Life Orb. I go out into Trevenant again, and he goes for the Air Slash, and this Trevenant is especially defensive, but unfortunately it almost kills. I go for Shadow Claw, and it gets the crit, and I'm 100% sure that crit mattered. And I died of the poison. So now all that's left is the Gabalion and my Charizard Y. And I Mega Evolve and I go for the Protect. He goes for the Close Combat. I was seeing if he was going to Volt Switch or something. And then after that, he's going to go for a Close Combat again, and I'm going to go for a Flamethrower, and I'm going to kill the Gabalion, and that is going to be the end of this match. So, good game to Dance with Swords, and you should follow him on Twitter, and you can subscribe to his channel too, which I'll link both in the description. And you could like the video and follow me on Twitter, that's a thing too. And subscribe as well. And, wow, voice crack there. So, yeah, it's a good game, and, god damn, again, good game, and thanks for watching.